folks, hope you're well. Welcome to another lesson. So there's quite a few people have said about doing this track, Rock Boys Rock, and I finally got around to sort of doing like the chords and some of the licks and stuff. So I'm going to run through this on YouTube with you. The tab is on Patreon. I'm just going to do a rough sort of gist around what's going on really, and then I'll do another lesson with the solo, which will be on Patreon in the next couple of weeks. So please like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff. Let's just get stuck into it. So what we have then, we're in the key of G. It opens up with this first little riff. So that is just fret 5 on string 5, 2 5 on string 4, and that is just coming from your G major pentatonic. Yeah, and it's sliding into the G. So this cool little lick he's using, it's just fret 3 on strings 1 and 2, fret 4 on string 3, and he slides into a lot of this stuff. Yeah, and then we just go up to fret 5 across the 3 strings, and then we slide back to the 3 3 4. Yeah. Okay, we repeat that again, 5 2 5, but then we just go over fret 3, strings 1 2 and 3, and slide into those as well, up to fret 5 again, and slide back to the 3. So we should have. Okay, that's our first bit. We repeat it again, 5 2 5, and then we do this cool little climb up. So we slide back to the 3 and 4, that G, and then we go to 5 on strings 1 2. And then we slide into 7 on string 1, 6 on string 2, 7 on string 3. So we got, yeah, back to the 5s, back to the 3 3 4. Okay, and then to end it, to take us into the verse, we just sit on this D9 afterwards and do some stabs. So that is just fret 5 on string 5 with your second finger, fret 4 on string 4, and then fret 5 on strings 2 and 3. So that end section. Put it together, we should have. Okay, after that we're into the verse in G. It's just moving around a 1 4 5. The only difference really with this track, he's not just going, you know, he's doubling up a bit, so it's more like yeah. So you're just doing like your typical 3 and 5, and then getting that 6 in there, the major 6, you know, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we're gonna do that twice. Then every now and then he puts this extra little lick in there. Yeah, so that is just going 7 5 on string 5 and then 7 on string 6. He doesn't do it every time though. If you listen to the track, there's certain places where he just keeps it. Yeah, so we've got that then. Do the same again, move it on to the A string, so you're doing a C then. Move it back. Back to C. Back to G. Up to D, so you've got fret 5 as the root on string 5. Do the same again, that little lick, you know, so 9 7 on string 4 and then 9 on string 5. Drop it down to fret 3, back to the C. Then hit the G and just slide off it, and then it goes into the second part of the verse. So after that, then the second part of the verse is just doing like a G7, you know, so you bar in fret 3, holding down fret 4 on string 3, fret 5 on string 5. And instead of just hitting the chord, he's using his Bigsby, the trem, and he's rising the chord up into pitch. Yeah, so you got to depress it a little bit. Yeah. After that, he goes to a C9 and does the same idea again. Just drops the Bigsby, so it goes back in tune. So that's just fret 3 on string 5 with your second finger, fret 2 on string 4, fret 3 on strings 2 and 3, and just raise that Bigsby. Yeah, depress it and just release it back so it goes back into pitch. Then he starts incorporating the riff, the lick from the start of the track. Yeah, so that's exactly the same thing again. 5, 2, 5. He hits the G, then raises it, fret 5, 7, 6, 7, back to the 5, 3, 3, 4. And then if you get fret 5 on string 4 as well at the end, and then you can just put the Bigsby as well. Back to C9 again. And again. Back to the lick. D9, which is the roots on fret 5 for string 5, 5, 4, 5, 5. C9. And then to end of that verse, you just go 5, 2, 5 again, and then hit fret 3 and just slide off it. That's it. Then it kicks into the solo, which I've already said I'm going to come to that in another lesson, so that'll be on Patreon with a full tab for that. So behind the solo then, you can just keep that whole thing going. Yeah, exactly the same idea again. After that, it goes into another verse. We're back to this whole thing again, doing the... But you'll notice after you've done that one time through, he changes the lick slightly. So you've got this going on. Okay, so what we have then, similar again, you're just going wild with your picking hand really. Yeah, so it's still 3, 3, 4, but then we go 5, 4, 5, up on fret again, then back down, back to the G. And right at the end, he does a little slide into fret 4 of string 3, then catches fret 3 of strings 1 and 2. So it should be, if I do it a bit slower, okay, and then it does the 5 to the 4 chord, but instead of doing the 9 here, he moves up to just like a 7th up here. So you got D7, so you're barring fret 10, holding down fret 11 on string 3, 12 on string 5. Do the same with the Bigsby. Drop it down 2 frets to C7, and then we're back to that ending again. Okay. Okay then, from verse 2 it goes into another solo. You can probably see now why I haven't put the solos in with this lesson, because A, it's going to take quite a while to tab all the solos out, and it would be a really long lesson, and let's be honest, we just turn off because it's just too long. So that'll be on its way anyway. So it does a key change. If we just stick with what we could do in the background with the chords, we're going to move up to G sharp. So we're going to take the verse again now and just go up to G sharp. And then you might have noticed there, I did, it would be like the moving between the 4 to the 5, but there's another key change again. He then moves into the A for the final verse, but instead of to go in, you know, staying on the G sharp and going to the 4, 5 like that. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird transition, isn't it? So he just pushes it up a semitone. It sets him up then for the vocal when it goes to A. So you're just going to go D, D sharp, E. Okay then, so then the verse in A, you can just hit the A again and just do the trem. But then this time, instead of doing a D9 there, you can go up here and you can add in fret 12. You do 12 and then 10 on string 2 and 11 on string 3. That'll give you like a D9 up here. And you see sort of using that pattern. So if you could do like a D7 up there and then hold down fret 12 on string 1. Yeah. And then we go up to an E7 up here. So you got fret 12, fret 13 on string 4, fret 14 on string 5, down to the D, and just back to the same idea.
Plug it in the box and show me what you got.
And finally, the cool little end lick. So all it is then, we're on the A. We're just going to go 5, 3, 2 on string 1, 5, 3, 2 on string 2, 4, 2, 0 on string 3, 4, 2, 0 on string 4, and 4, 2, 0 on string 5. And they're all pull offs. I'm only picking the first note on each string. Yeah, and just for information's sake, that is basically your A Mixolydian mode he's using there. You've got A, you know. You could do it here. You could go 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9, and then 7, 8, 10. It's the same scale, the same mode, Mixolydian. Okay, and then finally he does this 6/9 chord, this A. So you're just going to hold down fret 5 on strings 1 and 2, fret 4 on strings 3 and 4, and fret 5 on string 6. Then just give it a bit of trem. So that is it. That's the all the bits. Like I said, I'm going to put like a little rough tab on Patreon now. And I'm going to do another lesson covering the solos in the next couple of weeks. Okay, and that'll be on Patreon as well. Okay, cheers for tuning in. I'll see you soon.